Hey, what's up guys, it's Daniel here. Welcome back to the channel. So this is just a quick update of the $1,400 stimulus checks and general news for Thursday, March 18th. So if you're new to my channel, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. So as of today, March 18th, we've passed over 2.6 million deaths worldwide and over 550,000 deaths in the United States alone as a result of the pandemic. With over 121 million people worldwide having tested positive, over 30.2 million of them have been from the United States. And in the last 24 hours, the United States recorded 54,444 new cases. Earlier this week, the IRS said that 100 million stimulus checks would be sent out within 10 days. By Wednesday, the IRS said that it had already delivered 90 million stimulus payments, mostly by direct deposit, worth $242 billion, and that another 150,000 stimulus checks worth approximately $442 million were also sent by mail. And on Wednesday, the IRS said that it will postpone the April 15th tax filing deadline to May 17th. In a statement released by Chuck Rettig, the IRS commissioner, he said, "This continues to be a tough time for many people, and the IRS wants to continue to do everything possible to help taxpayers navigate the unusual circumstances related to the pandemic, while also working on important tax administration responsibilities. Even with the new deadline, we urge taxpayers to consider filing as soon as possible, especially those who are owed refunds. Filing electronically with direct deposit is the quickest way to get refunds, and it can help some taxpayers more quickly receive any remaining stimulus payments they may be entitled to." A statement released by the House Ways and Means Oversight Committee said, "This extension is absolutely necessary to give Americans some needed flexibility in a time of unprecedented crisis. Under titanic stress and strain, American taxpayers and tax preparers must have more time to file tax returns." On Wednesday, Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost sued the Biden administration over the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill, saying that the bill unlawfully restricts the state's ability to reduce taxes. In an interview, he said, "The plain meaning of the stature is unconstitutional." He continued with, "It's a blatant violation of federalism. Congress is without authority to enact this kind of law." Lawyers from Ohio said the tax mandate thus gives the state a choice. They can have either the badly needed federal funds or their sovereign authority to set state tax policy, but they cannot have both. In our current economic crisis, this is no choice at all. Money is fungible, so any revenue loss from a tax credit, deduction, rebate, delay, or decrease that Ohio legislators or executive officers may implement would be indirectly offset by the $5.5 billion the state expects to receive. Any state that reduces taxes and that experiences a loss in tax revenue is subject to having billions of dollars in federal funding recouped by the Department of the Treasury. Speaking about the issue on Wednesday, Treasury Department spokesman Alexandra Lamanis said, "It is well established that Congress may establish reasonable conditions on how states should use federal funding that the states are provided. Those sorts of reasonable funding conditions are used all the time and they are constitutional. The legislation forbids state officials from using the COVID relief money to directly or indirectly offset a reduction in the net tax revenue arising from a change in law regulation or administrative interpretation that reduces any tax by providing for a reduction in a rate, a rebate, a deduction, a credit, or otherwise, or delays the implementation of any tax or tax increase. If they do choose to, they will be expected to pay Treasury back for the cost of the cut." Treasury Department spokesperson Alexandra Lamana also said, "States are free to make policy decisions to cut taxes. They just cannot use pandemic relief funds to pay for those tax cuts. If a state does cut taxes without replacing that revenue in some other way, then the state must pay back the federal government pandemic relief funds up to the amount of the lost revenue." It is expected that Ohio will receive approximately $11.2 billion in relief at the state and local level. The director of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, said that they are looking at reducing social distancing recommendations for schools from 6 feet down to 3 feet. Speaking on Wednesday before the House committee, she said, "As soon as our guidance came out, it became very clear that 6 feet was among the things that was keeping schools closed. And in that context, science evolves. There has been one study that was published late last week that demonstrated in Massachusetts, where there is generally 100% mask wearing, that 3 feet was actually safe." The agency is reviewing several other unpublished studies on shorter social distancing guidelines as it revises its own recommendations. "We are looking to update our guidance. I am entirely with you as we need to get our children back to school." Speaking on CNN about the study, Dr. Anthony Fauci said, what the CDC wants to do is they want to accumulate data, and when that data shows that there is an ability to be 3 feet, they will act accordingly. I can assure you within a reasonable amount of time, quite reasonable, they will be giving guidelines according to the data they have. So that's just a quick update of what's going on at the moment, and I will keep you updated of any breaking news that comes out as soon as possible. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, make sure to click the link below to get your 2 free stocks from WeBull valued at up to $1,850 when you open an account and deposit $100. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe.